Wow, this guy's been on the beer.
Okay, I'm home now and I'm going to show you some data that I got from Niche Laboratory. This is based on the keyword searches that the users have been doing on the site over the last 4 years. And I'm going to show you the most popular niches for Niche Laboratory jobs. I hope you find the data useful. So here we have the top 30 or so niches that are researched using Niche Laboratory. So number 1 is dogs. So the dogs niche is very popular. I blame Market Samurai keyword tool for that, because when they started they used to use the dog training niche a lot in their examples, and then other SEO make money online people copied them and also used the dog training niche. So dogs are very popular. They're actually a lot more popular than cats, as we'll see further down. The cat's niche is much smaller, but I recommend the cat's niche over the dog's niche any day. Health is number 2, is very popular. So there are lots of people, especially newbies, they try to start in the health niche. Again, with weight loss, these are very big niches. You can make lots of money in them, but they are fairly competitive. SEO below that, there's lots of people trying to become SEO experts and things. That's much the same as the next one on the list. A lot of newbies think, oh, I'm going to try and make money online. Maybe I can also make money online by making a blog about making money online. That's pretty hard to do, especially if you don't know how to make money online. Then it's very hard, so inadvisable really to advise other people how to make money online. Next we have the baby niche, something I don't know very much about, but I imagine there's a vast number of keywords, and obviously people with a baby on the way will spend money, so it can be quite a good lucrative niche. So these top 3 or top 6 there had lots of searches. Slightly less popular but still popular is digital marketing. I guess that's related to SEO. Fitness is, and again, another very popular niche. People writing blogs. It kind of goes with fitness, health, weight loss, diets. All of that can be kind of bundled together. I know I looked at the paleo diet, which kind of brings me on to the next one. I did a Niche Laboratory Pro walkthrough of the paleo diet niche. So obviously food and dieting, they're also very popular. You can get lots of traffic because lots of people searching for recipes and other things online. Dentists are a bit puzzled as to why that's there, but it can be something worth doing SEO for local companies for, because there are any number of dentists. I'm currently living in China, and now I know the Chinese characters for dentists. I realise that dentists are absolutely everywhere in China. It may be the same wherever you live. So scroll down to see some more keywords. Fashion is a niche that I recommend for newbies. Surprisingly, it is quite easy to rank, although again it's a good idea to choose a kind of more narrow specialist micro niche. The good thing about fashion and clothing in general is that there's just endless keywords, combinations and permutations, and there's all kinds of niches. It's kind of a fun thing to write about and blog about, take photos, or just open a YouTube channel like I've recently done. Below that, travel. Obviously lots of people want to do travel, and there is another YouTube video on my channel that discusses whether travel blogging is worthwhile or not. It's worth a look at that video because I think the results might surprise you. Below that, Bitcoin has suddenly become very popular in the last year or so, I imagine. I think when Niche Laboratory first started out, then not many people were interested in trading Bitcoins. One keyword that I don't see in the top 10 or even 20 or maybe even 100 is Forex Trading. That seems to have really died out now, but maybe the niche got super saturated. When I started making money online seriously in about 2010, when I got into blogging. Before that I had a software business, but 2010 I got into blogging, and so many people were trying to crack it in the Forex niche. The main thing was because the click values, if you monetize your website through AdSense or something else, were just huge. So if you could get traffic in the Forex niche, and it wasn't really that easy then you could do quite well. One person that did very well is a friend of mine. He did very well, mainly because his website was in another language other than English, so he managed to clean up all the non-English traffic for his website and did very well as a result. So here you see we have cats, which are apparently a lot less popular than dogs when it comes to researching niches. I had a little try at the cat niche. There's like a sample project somewhere on nichelaboratory.com about the cat niche, and the sample project page itself started ranking quite well for a whole load of keyword terms. So it's kind of an insider tip that I think the cat niche is quite easy to rank, especially if you're a cat owner and you have lots of comments, article ideas that you have from just having a cat on a day-to-day basis. Below that, woodworking. My grandfather was a joiner, so I should be good at woodworking really, but I'm pretty hopeless. It's not a niche I know too much about. I know rather more about the dating niche. Dating is a very good niche because people go click crazy in this niche, so you can get click-through rates of 10 or 20% or more if you have a well-designed dating blog. Obviously, keywords research is rather key in the dating niche, and it also helps if you have something unique to say on the matter. Below that we have like cooking and coffee. Coffee is a kind of good niche because there's lots of expensive coffee machines people can buy, so people tend to spend money if they're coffee addicts. Cooking is, again, we've covered that with dieting and things. Lots of people search for recipes online, so this can be a really good niche. Lifestyle is fairly general, but interior design, that kind of thing can be good. Obviously, web design links in well with SEO. I think there's a lot of Indian SEO and web design companies touting for business, so they're obviously looking for keywords. Business is pretty general, as is music. Neither niches I know too much about online really. I know a lot more about insurance. A few jobs ago I worked for a big, well, it's quite a small insurance company, but they were growing very rapidly. I did some keyword research for them, but it was very hard because in the Google keyword tool there just wasn't enough data for their keywords. So I always think that's quite amusing because they made millions of pounds a year from being ranked in the top 5 for keywords that you can't even find in the Google keyword tool because the search volume is so small. So it kind of says that really a search volume is not relevant at all really, and it's why I don't make anything of it in Niche Laboratory, because you can actually find high value keywords where the search volume is so small that it just wouldn't appear in other keyword tools. Things like Longtail Pro, they might just ignore these keywords because the perceived value is so low. Beauty is a good niche. A friend of my brother's a few years ago started a beauty blog, and she was actually doing quite well. She had dozens, maybe hundreds of followers. I think it was a blog. I don't know if she got into doing YouTube videos. Maybe she is now, but she was kind of doing it before the craze for unboxings and endorsements and other things. So she got quite a lot of followers. I don't know how much money she made, but it can be a very good niche, especially on YouTube. Again, there is a bit more competition these days. Survival, that's a relatively new niche. There seem to be more and more preppers and survivalists around at the moment. The good thing is that they'll buy huge amounts of stuff as they stock up their warehouses or whatever else they have full of supplies, just in case things go bad. And there's a few, I think there's a couple of very big authority sites that were started just by ordinary people, but because they kind of spotted this new niche or trend, they've done very, very well. Actually, I have a eye on a new keyword that I spotted the other day, and I've just done a little bit of research. I've made one page about it just to see if it's going to be the next big niche like survival's been. Real estate, well, I'm not ashamed to say I completely bombed in this niche. I had a fantastic idea for a website, but while it was a good idea, putting it into reality didn't really work. I actually made quite a nice looking website, had lots of data about UK property, and you could search for it and things, but the problem is that I just didn't have the marketing know-how and expertise in the property niche to get word out and start getting traffic to the site. So I would advise any newbies especially to stay clear of real estate. Gardening could be a good niche for amateurs, so that's somewhat better. Something I don't know too much about though. Acne is one that many newbies start off with. There's quite a few ClickBank products, I think, available for this, which you can market online. It's quite a tough niche, I would say, fairly saturated these days. I would say there are more interesting things to blog about, like technology, drones and other technology. That's something that's become very popular. And then we have running and yoga, so they're kind of sub niches of the larger fitness niche. Again, these can be kind of good, although maybe quite popular because so many other people like these as hobbies, and then conversely they will always also blog about them. Finally, fishing. My brother-in-law's an avid fisherman. He spends lots of money buying things online, so again this is a good one for blog. Again, it's a good topic for amateurs. I would say that amateur people stay the head out of real estate, but fishing, I mean, that's easy. That's a really good niche for amateur web developers or bloggers to get into that niche. So that was an overview of the most popular keywords. There's about 500 odd searches there, so it's less than 6% of the total number of niche laboratory jobs submitted. Most people submit 1 or 2 word, so a 1 or 2 word, or maybe even a 3 word phrase. But there are lots of people looking for 4 or 5 ultra long tail niches. So I hope it's given you a bit of an overview of what niches are popular. So certainly if you're thinking about going into the top, how many do you have? There's about 10 here. If you go into these, then you might find it going tough. There'll be lots of competition. More importantly, there'll be lots of competition from your fellow bloggers. So there'll be lots of WordPress SEO going on. So you'll find the going will be fairly tough. Remember, if you download Niche Laboratory Pro, there is a random niche function, so you can click the button a few times and who knows, maybe a random niche will come and you might get interested in those. Occasionally I do find random niches and I just can't resist buying a domain name and trying to build up a website about them. If you have any comments or suggestions, then please leave a comment below. In the meantime, I'll try and do a bit more research with all this data and see if I can improve niche laboratory for you. Thanks for watching.